Good morning, my loves. Happy Sunday. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day here at the lake. It's really pretty out there. Temps from moving forward are going to be in the 70s. Next week is going to be in the 80s. Yeah, this is typical Arizona in February. It's kind of chilly in the mornings. It's like in the 40s, but by lunchtime, it's in the 70s. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Of course, it won't be long before it's going to be 120 degrees, and that's not quite so nice. But you live in Arizona, you live in the desert. What do you expect? And I got a lot of notes yesterday why I didn't do a video. Are you okay? Is something wrong? No. I took a day for self care. I did. I took a day and I went and had a mani pedi, had my fingers and my toes done. They look all cute. I did some meditation. I took a nap. I never take a nap. I took a nap. I just had a really nice Saturday all by myself, just me. It was lovely. And I did talk to a couple of clients, of course, but I just needed some me time. And it was really fun. Had a wonderful conversation with my son. And then my granddaughter called, and that was a hoot. And it was just a really nice day. And I love that. So, no, everything is fine. Thank you for asking. Interesting topic today. Have you noticed or have you experienced people resent the hell out of you for your accomplishments? You ever experienced that? There are people that resent the hell out of me because I went to college and I'm a nurse. Then I went back and got a degree in family development. Then I went back and got additional training as a trauma therapist. Then, when you're a nurse, just like for a doctor, if you're in medicine, if you're a teacher, if you're in law, you always have CEUs, continuing education. Always. You never stop learning. You have to stay current. So that's always going on. But yeah, I got my nursing degree in 1979, a long time ago. After that, in 2005, I went back to school for family development. And then let me think, trying to remember when COVID was, 2020, I got my certification as a life coach. Because before that, you didn't need certification or anything, you just did it. It still isn't licensed per se, unless you're, a licensed clinical social worker or something along those lines. A life coach is not licensed. And then you have to specialize. So there's a lot of modalities, a lot of practices you have to become board certified in. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to take this course for 6 months. No. For a stored memory access retrieval trauma therapist, I knew a neurophysicist, and she took me under wing, and she said, I want you to be my protege. I want you to learn my methodologies. 2 years, 7 days a week. It was during COVID, which that part worked out well. It was long. It was hard. It was hard. She was a true taskmaster. She accepted nothing but perfection. But that's okay. So I have probably 10 different certifications, 10 different modalities that I can use with clients, including stored memory access retrieval trauma therapy, including guided imagery, relaxation hypnotherapy, TAP, EFT, TFT, EDMR. It just goes on and on and on and on, because I took the time to go back and get the education that I needed to better serve my clients. It's up to you. I know people that got their nursing degree and they do their CEUs and that's it. They're happy with that. God bless. You do what works for you, but don't resent me for growing. Okay? But have you experienced that? That at work, wherever you work? Maybe you had to take an online course. Maybe there was a professional ethics course you had to take, a management course you had to take to get promoted. and you did it, and you got it promoted. If you did, I'm proud of you. But people really resent that you're doing better than they are. Okay. Instead of being mad at you about that, why don't they ask themselves why? Are they putting the same effort in? Do they have the same positive attitude or work ethic that you have? Because you're going to get back what you put in. Employers notice that. If you have an employee with a shitty attitude and they're doing the work, but they're all about the office rumors, they're all about talking bad about their boss or other people, yeah, that's gonna show. They're gonna notice, and you're not gonna get the promotions as opposed to being a team player. I mean, it's just the way the world works. I'm not saying kiss somebody's butt. I'm just saying check your attitude, check your behavior. People resent where you live, the car you drive, the house you have, how you dress. I catch this a lot at work. In my role at the law firm, I do clinical review for personal injury and medical malpractice. I interact with a lot of clients every day. Friday, I had to meet with a client. I had to take a client somewhere for a morning. And it's casual Friday. Everybody's wearing jeans and t-shirts, and Brenda's in a suit. Well, I was with a client, that's why. I'm getting ready to leave. I am loading up, getting ready to leave the office. And one of the girls I work with from intake comes over and she said, "There's a client coming in that wants to talk to you." I'm on my way out the door. I stayed. I stayed over an hour to meet with this client and their family. There were 4 of them. They had a lot of questions, and they wanted to talk to me in person before they agreed to work with the firm. And that's fine. I was happy to do it. But if I know I'm going to meet with a client, I'm going to wear a suit. I'm going to dress up. Wednesday and Thursday, I sat in on depositions. I wore a suit. The main reason I wear a suit, it is so cold in our office. Oh my God. And, in the mornings in Arizona, it's chilly. It's in the 40s. And people don't understand thermostats. So in the morning, I unlock. I'm the first one there. And it's comfortable when everybody comes in. And then instead of, if you get hot, turn the thermostat down. You don't have to switch it to air conditioning. And people don't realize that. They don't think, well, I want it cold now. Go buy a fan. Because a lot of people will have a small fan on their desk. And that's great because the rest of us are freezing. So I wear a suit. I dress in layers. And I do a lot of Zoom conferences. I meet with experts. I talk to experts. I have to look nice. I can't, wear casual stuff every day. It just it won't work for me. People resent that. They think I'm being uppity. No, primarily I'm being warm, but I do have to look nice depending on what I'm doing that day. Absolutely. I'm not out to impress anybody. I want to look professional and I want to stay warm because I'm old. Old people get cold. I drink a lot of hot tea during the day. I try not to drink as much coffee, but I drink a lot of green tea and to stay warm. Bottom line, it's about warmth for me, but people resent that. They don't like that. They don't like that I have nice clothes. Well, okay, you have what you have. Go buy whatever you want. It's not up to me. But they will resent where you live, the vehicle you drive, where your kids go to school, if your kids go to college, if they're in daycare, where they go to daycare. It's ridiculous. If your kids play sports, why do they care? You are responsible for your choices and the consequences of those choices. They are responsible for theirs. If they are mad at you because of your choices, that you made better choices than they did, they can change their choices. You can make a new decision every day. Do it. Make a change. If you need to go back to school, take online courses. You can do a lot of them on weekends. Quit making excuses and make a change. Quit blaming other people for your problems. Accept accountability. Make the change. Get the education that you need if that's the issue. If you want to live in a nicer area, do some research. Maybe there's something affordable in that area that you can move into. You don't know until you look. You don't know until you know. But stop blaming other people because you made your choices and they made theirs. I was a single mom. I know what it's like. I was pregnant in nursing school. I graduated nursing school right before my son was born. So, yeah, that was fun. Doing nursing school and being huge. Oh, that was fun. I look like a big white hippo because back in the day, we didn't get to wear scrubs. Oh, no, no. No, back in the 70s in nursing school, you wore the white shoes, the white hose, and, the dresses that were below your knees. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was a fashion statement. And, the white caps, that was a big deal. But I knew, when I found out I was pregnant, I was happy. And somebody asked, are you going to quit school? I can't quit school. This gives me more incentive, more reason to make it happen, to make it work. I got a baby to support. My husband didn't want a family, so he left. It was on me. I was a single mom, and I was okay with that. And I worked my ass off to take care of my son. But those were my choices, and I had the consequences of those choices. I talked to my son yesterday, and we had this really cool conversation. And he said he never thought growing up, because he's in global procurement, he never thought that he would be where he is today and the path that it took. And it was just fascinating. I said, it is, because we have been talking about my granddaughter and what she's going to do when she grows up. And she's 13. And she's, the big volleyball player right now. And is she going to stay with it? Is she going to get a scholarship someday? What's she going to go into? She's kind of undecided. She's 13. It's okay. And the journey that your life takes is amazing. So instead of resenting somebody for their journey, be proud of them. We've all faced obstacles and challenges. I have. My son did. I'm sure my granddaughter will. It's part of life. But it's how you deal with it, how you overcome it, the choices you make, because it's up to you. Don't be pissy with other people because of their success. Be proud of them. They worked hard. You may think it was handed to them. No. People think because my family was wealthy that they paid for my education. When my brother, he's 9 years older, when he went to college, he was told, you want to go to college? You pay for it. They had the money. That wasn't it. My dad felt if you wanted something, you had to earn it. You had to work for it. My time came. It was my turn for college. And they sat me down and said, okay, what are you going to do? Because we're not paying for it. Wow. Okay. Now, within a year, I got married, and then I got divorced, and I had to pay for everything on my own. I paid my student loans. I paid my son's student loans because I wanted to do that for him. That was part of, I felt what I wanted to do as a parent for my son. I didn't want to do what my parents did. I wanted to do what I felt was right for myself and my son. I never regretted that. Do not blame other people for your choices and the consequences. Somebody may put you in an uncomfortable situation. Believe me, when my ex left, it was not a fun time. It was like, holy crap, what am I going to do? I sat down, I thought, and I did it. I know I have to find a career that I can support myself. And it's not just right now. I don't want to work in retail. I want something with security and safety, something that has promise in 10 years. I went into nursing. That was a smart thing for me to do. Look at the big picture. Take accountability. And if you don't like your life, change it because you're the only one that can.